TikTok is now dark in the United States. The president-elect says he will save TikTok. You just heard his national security advisor tell me moments ago that it might mean something short of an actual sale, some kind of firewall to protect Americans' data. You voted for this ban.
I did. It's a tough vote, but
TikTok.
I ended up in the end voting for it.
If it's still owned by the Chinese, are you okay with that?
Well, I think it seems to me if there's some other remedy than someone else purchasing TikTok who's not affiliated with the Chinese Communist Party, that you would have to have some kind of change in the law. And maybe that's where we need to go, as long as there are the safeguards in place. And I think that's what Mr. Walls was pointing out earlier. But right now, I mean, you go to the app, it says you can't get the app, but we're fortunate that President Trump is committed to working with us to find a solution. So I think everyone thinks this is going to get solved because you have the guy coming in tomorrow into the White House who knows how to get deals done, knows how to get things solved. So I'm confident in that. But it seems to me if you're going to do something short of someone else purchasing TikTok and ByteDance no longer owning it, you're going to have a change in the law. And if that's what's warranted, then I think the Congress will look at that with the leadership from President Trump.
Senators Tom Cotton and Pete Ricketts released a statement a short while ago saying, now that the law has taken effect, there's no legal basis for any kind of extension by its effective date. For TikTok to come back online in the future, ByteDance must agree to the sale. So it sounds like they're kind of agreeing with what you said.
You have to change the law to do anything different than.
But also just sort of philosophically, is that the approach that you would like the Trump administration even to consider? Or do you think a actual sale is the safest way to go?
Well, the law says a sale, but
what do you think should happen?
What we want is we don't want China spying on Americans. We don't want China influencing young people and 170 million people who are involved in this app. So that's what we want. How that gets resolved, well, I guess we're open to different scenarios. But right now, the law is the law. And of course, you got these companies abiding by the law. They don't want any type of liability concern they would have if they had allowed this app to continue. So.
And are you okay with the pause? Like if he comes into office tomorrow and brings it back online, as the law does allow him to do, you can have a 90-day pause.
Yeah, he's the commander-in-chief, and I think.
But what does that say? I mean, you're a China hawk. What does that say about how serious America is about pushing back on China?
Oh, I think President Trump. I mean, here's the guy who's talked about tariffs on China. Here's the guy who's stood up to China. Here's the guy who I think projects strength from the Oval Office. I don't think Americans are too worried about that.